Before we get into anything even remotely approaching a historical claim, I first want to say thank you for engaging in this study of the history of the Churches of Christ, whatever the reasons for that decision may be. If you've never been in a class like this before, I hope that this study will strengthen you in your faith as you learn more about where we came from, who we are, and indeed whose we are. And if you have been in a class like this before and you found it dreadfully boring or irrelevant, don't worry. If you give it and me a fair chance, I think you'll come to see that church history isn't just trivia for trivia's sake, but a vital part of our spiritual lives. And if you have been in a class like this before and you had a great experience, hopefully you'll find that this lesson series will build on what you've learned before. Now, the bulk of lessons in this series will focus on the Churches of Christ in the 20th century. But in case you haven't studied the history of the Restoration movement in the 19th century before, let's do some table setting. Following the American Revolution, a story that oddly enough we are going to return to in the final lesson of this series, and going up through the Civil War, the newly united states experienced almost constant growth in several senses of the word. The economy could be unstable. There were several cycles of boom and bust, but overall, agricultural and industrial production brought increased prosperity to many. Between 1770 and 1790, the population of the colonies-turned country doubled, both due to natural increase and to a rise in immigration. And of course, through a variety of means, some more unsavory than others, the United States acquired a tremendous amount of land, such as through the Louisiana Purchase. But for all the confidence that these kinds of growth brought to many Americans, change also brought anxiety, pain, tension. There was a real fear that the modern world was driving people farther and farther apart from each other, both literally and figuratively, and farther from God. Following the American Revolution, church membership fell in the United States. Fewer people were going into the ministry, and churches were less important in public life.